What's up guys, this video will be a how to play Machamp like a pro guide. I will go over all his abilities, all his moves, his held items, his 2 builds that I want to talk about, and just in general tips, and then we also go over gameplay. So Machamp, currently one of the strongest Pokemon in Unite. He's a melee, all-rounder Pokemon. He has great laning phase. He can also jungle, but we mainly will play him in laning phase. He mainly goes towards top side, top lane, because he's an attack weight character that really wants to stack attack weight. And he has very good laning phase, he has very good mid-game, very good late game, hits his power spikes very early, and his Unite move is probably one of the best in the entire game. Let's look at Machamp's stats for a second as well. So we have on level 5, we gain 10% crit chance and 5% lifesteal. Then again on level 7, we get another 5% lifesteal. On level 9, we get another 10% crit chance. This is the last time he does it, so he has on level 9 20% crit chance on his basic attacks only. His abilities, oh yeah, one ability can crit, one move, but besides that only his basic attacks. Lifesteal 15% now, and then we get one more lifesteal on level 13 with 20% right here. You can see his basic attack damage is very high, 479 on level 15. His HP is pretty fine as well, and his defense stats are all quite okay. He's still very squishy though, so you have to be careful. Let's talk about the 2 builds that Machamp can currently play. The first one is the most standard one, which is Dynamic Punch and Close Combat with Muscle Band, Attack Weight, Focus Band, and Eject Button. We always run Eject Button on this Pokemon, by the way, always. It's just the best. And then we can change this held item right here. Focus Band can also be a Razor Claw. It can be an Energy Amplifier. Again, his Unite move does a crazy amount of damage, and this increases Unite damage by even more. So, but I like this one the most. I think it's very consistent. You can also remove Muscle Band for this. But I think Muscle Band is very important to just have some more early game damage and even just be able to, you know, kill out Dinos, kill Dreadnoughts on your own, do Rotom, auto-take Zapdos. You know, Muscle Band will always help you to do those things faster. And then for the second build, we still run Dynamic Punch. We don't want Submission right now. It's not very good compared to Dynamic Punch. That's Cross Chop. It's like more like a crit build. And for this build, it might look very memey, but this is like the build for it, in my opinion. So Cross Chop can crit, as I just mentioned. The crit rate is only on its basic attacks, but Cross Chop can actually crit. So it increases the critical hit rate by 30% as well for 3 seconds, and can critically strike. So you get a lot of crit out of this thingy, and again, Cross Chop can also crit. So this is the other bit. It is very fun. I think it's totally viable as well, and it's something I will also showcase. And Machamp's boosted auto attack is just more damage and also slows right here. It slows pretty hefty for 1 second. Not too long, but it's still pretty good. So we start the game off with Bulk Up and Karate Chop. Karate Chop will be your last hitting tool, just straight up, it's just the damage in front of Machamp. It does a very good damage for early into the game. And then we have Bulk Up, which gives him more attack damage. It gives him also attack speed and move speed for a short duration, and also grants him Unstoppable. And again, so right now this does 772, so if you press Bulk Up, we do 833 now. So if you want to have even better last hitting, you combine Bulk Up with Karate Chop. And also Bulk Up gives you a boosted auto attack reset, so you can boost auto attack, Bulk Up, boosted auto attack, and Karate Chop for a lot of damage early game. Then we also have Machamp's passive. When he gets CC'd, you can see on the bottom right he gains more basic attack damage for 5 seconds. Now 153 damage. Now we are back, not stunned, 140. So he gains, I think it was 10% more attack damage. Level 5 is where Machamp becomes very strong, and we pick up Dynamic Punch. Again, I will not go over Submission in this video, because Submission is just not the thing right now. Dynamic Punch is a dash in a direction, and it stuns in this entire area. So we jump, we stun the Pokemon, and they also take damage over time. So it takes for time. I mean, just it does a total amount of damage. You can see it on the top how much damage it does in total. And it's going to be a mainly engaged tool. He also gains a boosted auto attack. So just like Bulk Up, we get a boosted auto attack. And he gets attack and move speed bonus. He gets 15% more attack damage. You can see the red thing under him lighting up. This pretty much just means that he has his move speed bonus and attack speed bonus up right now from using Dynamic Punch. You can see he gets faster for a bit, and he also just has increased attack damage. And this is why we play Eject Button now. I'm just going to showcase it now. We can always Eject Button and Dynamic Punch together like this. We can jump and then make our Dynamic Punch go very far. And this is where the insane engagement Machamp comes currently in. And so where he wins team fights. You can see how much range I can, you know, get the claw, or like, the enemies just have no chance reacting to this. If I come from this far away, how are they going to react to it? They can't. They just don't even. Like, it's so fast. It's so rapid on someone, and then you just instantly follow up with the Unite move later on. And this is why we always want to play Eject Button. And another cool thing you can do with the Dynamic Punch, you can actually jump across this wall. You can see, we just place in the middle of it, and we can make it over. Always got to be careful. Like from this side it's easy, I think. As you can see, like I can gain so much distance from this side. Here I have to aim it a bit lower, but like, yeah, this is actually quite insane. See, from this side I can't do it. So from this side it's very easy though. Bam, we can jump across this wall. Same on these throws as well. Again, on this one you have to be a bit careful. On this one it goes much further, and you can even put it much further up. So very useful for escaping, or maybe just engaging onto someone that, you know, walks across there. You're like bam, and then you can start comboing them. Dynamic punch on 11 just gives us more move speed and a bit more attack damage, so just straight up a bit more damage and more move speed. On level 7 we choose between close combat and cross chop. Let's first talk about close combat. Close combat does just damage also in direction similar to karate chop. He gets unstoppable, he does 4 hits and then a big hit in the end that does more damage. So you can see it's some small hits and then a big hit at the end. So it's pretty much similar to his Unite move, just a bit less, just a bit smaller. Also again grants unstoppable, so quite good as well, and just a damage tool. You know, it's just a damage tool to just burst someone down very fast. On level 30 we get Close Combat Plus, which just makes him do more damage on close combat to enemy Pokemon affected by a status effect. So for the other level 7 move we have Cross Chop, which is also very reasonable. It's a dash in a direction, he does damage, and this ability can crit, as mentioned. So this ability can crit, and it also increases your crit rate after using it for a tiny bit. And there we go, there's the crit. So it doesn't really have a lot of base damage, but if it crits, it does a lot of damage. And this is pretty much made for the one-shot Machamp build. This is also we run double crit items in this build, so you make sure that it actually crits. And the main part about this ability, though, is level 13. This is where it becomes very interesting of an ability. So Cross Chop Plus is you get bonus attack damage for auto-attacking. So every basic attack you do, you can see on the bottom right now, you gain 2 attack damage. So it's like a mini attack rate. Another 2 attack damage, another 2 attack damage, another 2 attack damage. So now we already have 5 stacks, which is 10 extra attack damage, which makes our moves do even more damage. It's like all about just one-shotting someone. So there's a fun trick as well. Whenever I get level 13, I'm going to look for Bs, because you can see on the bottom right, I currently have 5 stacks. Now I have 9. 13. So the more Pokemon you hit, it actually counts for every single Pokemon hit in your basic attacks. So if we are able to find some Bs, we can instantly stack it up very fast. At level 9 we get our Unite move, and we have to activate it twice. So first we activate it, and now Machamp gets bonus attack damage, he gets defense stats and special defense by 200 as well, so he even becomes tankier. And then we have to reactivate it, and we're going to start punching people into a direction, dealing absolutely insane amounts of damage. So we can activate this again, and then we can start punching any direction. We can also use our eject button during it to come closer to someone. You know, if we just want to do it too far away and we didn't realize we don't reach the person. So you can always still use your eject button as well together with it. So Machamp's combo is actually pretty straightforward in teamfight. That's how you want to play Machamp. You use your Unite move out of combat. You're going to jump in, dynamic punch, and then you're going to start punching as many Pokemon as you can. Obviously you want to try to hit as many, so we charge it. We dynamic punch, eject button onto as many people as we can, and then we just try to obliterate them as soon as we can, so for multiple people. That's like how I liked using it, at least. You can also jump first in, stun them, Unite move if you're not confident enough, but in general you should really just try to, you know, surprise your opponents with a, just coming out of nowhere. This is how you kind of win games on Machamp. Unite move from nowhere, dynamic punch, eject button, and then again, punch as many people as possible. Otherwise, for some early game damage, of course, it's very straightforward. It's a normal combo. We do a dynamic punch, auto attack into close combat for max damage. This is like it's just the bread and butter combo, right? Dynamic punch, auto attack, close combat. If you are actually fighting someone, you can also build up a boosted auto attack first. So you can do a boosted auto attack, dynamic punch into boosted auto attack into close combat. And that's pretty much all there is to it. So he's pretty straightforward of a Pokemon to play. The combo with cross chop is pretty much the same as well. We dynamic punch and auto attack, cross chop, and we just hope we crit. This build will do more damage if we crit. If we don't crit, it will do less damage than close combat. But it's the fun of it. It's more like a bit of a gamble as well. But if it crits, you can see it does a lot of damage right now without 1000. And if you actually crit, sometimes it just doesn't happen if you're unlucky, you know? This is exactly the problem of this ability, but it's still very strong anyways. Because it's also a dash, right? And dashes are just very good, of course. But if you actually crit, you can see 2000 damage. We can delete almost any Pokemon with insane amount of burst damage. Even after dynamic punch, it goes up to 2100 damage, so can do absolutely crazy damage. Also, you can also combine your cross chop with eject button too, like this. You can also make the range faster, and this is just again why eject button is just also the best thing on this Pokemon. Makes our range much faster, but again, in general, it's pretty much the same combo as the other Machamp build. You just go in, dynamic punch, you use your move, hopefully this one crits, and you do a ton of damage. So let's jump into some gameplay. We start with Karate Chop. We Karate Chop the first A-Pom. Since again this does all the most damage thing, and then we Karate Chop these two together. So always first A-Pom, and then we Karate Chop these two together. Now we have 4 stacks, and I'm going to run towards the right side. This is why we go towards top lane as well. We want our attack weight stacks. It's obviously easier to attack weight on top lane than it is on bot lane. So, gonna go over here, because the enemy is also has a high chance of having attack weight Pokemon, and Machamp is doing the same stuff. Gonna go for some last hits here. There's our Karate Chop damage, doing very good damage to the first A-Pom, being able to get it. I'm gonna Bulk Up over here. Again, I probably should use Bulk Up to combine it as well, again. But we're just gonna get this last hit again. Yeah, he has no chance against my Karate Chop in damage numbers. Gonna Bulk Up again and just gonna run away. Just gonna try and live right here. Gonna try to kill the enemy Machamp, but I actually go down. Actually going down. Again, you're still pretty squishy as well. Focus Band wasn't enough to save us. But in the end, we still, I think, get 2 KOs out of this, so totally fine outcome. After all, then we had to also go very, very deep. The biggest problem there was that my Mamoswine was on the right side. If he's on the left side, then Machamp would also been quite low. But yeah, in the end, it's still quite good for us. We got 3 attack weight stacks, which I'm very happy about. Very close to level 5 already. My Cinderace is going to face check with Absol and die right here, but I'm at least here to get the KO. And I'm level 5, so I'm very, very happy right now. That's a great kill for me. Now I got my Dynamic Punch ready. And now we want to be very aggressive. We want to be very aggressive every time Dynamic Punch is up. We want to jump onto our opponents and just try damage them. But first I'm going for the speed. Now I'm going in again, auto-attack him, have the Red Buff on. We just auto-attack him to death. We do so much damage after level 5. Karate Chop is well one of the best early game moves when it comes to just straight up damage. Gonna see this A-Pom as well. You can already see we can literally one-shot the A-Pom without any issues. Right now we have too many points though, so we can't steady stack. I'm seeing this guy go for it, I'm Dynamic Punch in, and actually see this A-Pom away as well. So I'm very happy right now, I'm already level 7. Now it's actually a game where I can maybe look for level 9 for the first Dreadnought fight already, so I'm actually going to take every single last that I can find to maybe be level 9 for the first Dread. Of course, it's just a goal. Games can still change depending on what happens. See our opponents right here. But you have to be very careful. If you don't have your cooldowns up on Machamp, be passive. So, jumping in again, Karate Chop into close combat. I mean, not Karate Chop, close combat now. You can see we do a lot of damage. Absolute Psycho Cutters, we are slowed. Try to get away. But honestly, I don't know, slowed again. And we just get absorbed, you know? I really didn't expect to die there. This was quite unexpected, I feel like. But yeah, we end up going down to the enemy Absol. Mamos when at least gets a KO. Does go down as well in the end. But honestly, our Cinderace is happy. He killed the enemy Absol. And he is going to be very, very far ahead now. So even though we died 2 times, we always got good trades afterwards. So not too bad, not too bad. Gold is now at 1 HP. Obviously, I would like for it not to be dead, so that I can farm some more A-Poms for level 9. But our Cinderace has other plans. He's breaking the goal with his Pyro Ball. I think he was also a goal-getter player, so yeah, can't expect too much out of goal-getter players. Now, we're just going to do for Rotom. So my jungler's top side, this is like a weird thing, but sometimes you have to adapt. Like, Rotom is bad, but in this scenario, I think it's fine to do. We can't really make it to bot side, our Cinderace is top anyways, so we're just gonna try to push this thing in. Because the enemies are currently busy at Dreadnought. It's just like, there's no point in going bot right now. Like, we're not gonna win there without our jungler, right? It's just not possible. So I'm just gonna look for this instead. Again, instantly Dynamic Punch the Ivysaur, we kill him, and now we actually score a lot of points. And in the end, this was quite good. I'm gonna look for some more attack weight stacks. I'm gonna go for this Corpfish. Gonna start scoring with as well. Get another attack weight stack in. There's a Hooper porting top side, and we can look for a Unite move style. Like, I cannot want to Unite move right now, so I'm looking for, there's the Unite move, Dynamic Punch into Unite move, and we just delete 2 more people very, very fast. I just want a Unite move right here, so of course there's like no point in keeping it for now. Also able to see a blue buff away, and my Cinderace actually tries to score 3 points. This is what this player was weird. He tries to score 3 points into the enemy base and dies. You can also Dynamic Punch over this wall. Maybe I should have shown that as well. But yeah, you can actually Dynamic Punch across this wall quite easily. So it's quite nice for escaping as well. Similar to like Dive Cramorant. Dynamic Punch away from here. Dynamic Punching away is always a bit weird on Switch because you have to drag it fully around. Enemy Machamp is using Unite move right here. So I'm trying to dodge it. Eject button into the berry and Dynamic Punch away as well again. Got our Focus Band, so we luckily live. The guy is very, very mad though. But we are on our second goal now, so we're totally fine. Go look for another Dynamic Punch onto him. Maybe into close combat, but we just have to be safe right now. Don't have to meet too much again. We have to play around our cooldowns as much as we can. Now he jumps in again. Now we can finish him off. And we get a nice kill. So just farming my next Unite move now. Dreadnought's about to spawn anytime soon as well again, since it died around the same time as Rotom did, right? So I think like 10 seconds later. There we go, yeah. Was 10 seconds exactly. Mamoswine is currently AFK, but again, doesn't worry too much. I think Machamp is one of those Pokemon that can actually win 4v5s as well. So looking for farm now. We obviously want to be high level as possible so that our burst can actually kill someone very, very fast in team fights. So I'm always looking for at least level 13. That'd be nice to have. Always level 13, and right now no one is doing the buffs, so promise my team might just die for this Rotom on top side right now, which could be quite scary. So I have two decisions here. I can go for Dread and scoring on bot side, or I can go for a team fight on top. It's a tough decision, but the Hooper Unite moved on top side, so I'm just going to go for this up. So I'm going to pop my Unite move. As I said, out of vision, we just run in and we just punch the episode to death in one Unite move. And this is what I mean. You just kind of want to use your Unite move outside of combat to just run into someone much faster. Very, very difficult for them to react to it, and now we also get a 50 cap in. I could have decided to go for the top Rotom play, but in the end this worked out quite well as well. You're gonna be a bit selfish as well and just look for ways of making yourself stronger, and now I'm still here to defend the Rotom in time, jumping top line. Hopefully our team also comes through. Dynamic Punch the Serena, looking for close combat, and they just die. So now the enemy teams screwed up even harder. They did get Rotom, but they also died with it, so yeah, I can easily get level 14 or 15 now. I mean, there's 155 until Zapdos is up. Gonna give the Wrap of Silver to the Cinder Ace, so hopefully he doesn't get too mad or something. So yeah, I can look for level 14, 15 if I can. We have a lot of our dinos respawning soon, so it's for sure possible. Look for the enemy Machamp now. He Unite moves us. I'm just gonna eject button away from it. Close combat the B, and I'm not gonna fight him though. Like, I could have maybe fought him, but it's quite scary. He said his Unite move, you know, buffs up. And in the end, if I die to him, it's just not worth it. If you kill someone 2 levels under you, why there's a chance of you dying, it's just not a good trade. You know, you don't really have to. Like, I'm already 14 anyways. I don't need much more experience. I still have 120 to go until Zapdos spawns for level 15, so I'm not really in any worry. This time our Cinder Ace went AFK. The Cinder Ace most time actually do Q, so they just took turns going AFK, apparently. We can't really Unite move anymore. Now, I think the last time Machamp wants to Unite move is around 3:30. I think that's easily making Unite move. The beast spawned at 3 minutes right here, so I'm just going to take those as well for level 15. But I got to be careful. If I die here, I'm going to be dead for a long time. But the biggest issue is that I give them so much experience, right? I'm level 14, so I have to be careful, but I'm still going to Dynamic Punch in, kill the Venusaur. And I see the Apom's, you know, the Audinos respawning on top side. So I don't waste time. I instantly go here, get my level 50, and afterwards we try to go into Zapdos positioning already. Gonna take the Rapper for myself to have some auto tech slow as well, so they have a harder time getting away from me. My team actually picks up the last Dreadnought, I think. But again, I mean, yeah, I'd rather just go for some safe experience. I see the Machamp on top side, so I'm just gonna walk over to him. Luckily I was in base and not bot lane as well, so I can able to stop his 50 points from going in. And now we go into Zapdos positioning, and I see the enemies. This is like where Machamp can decide team fights. So I'm gonna camp in this bush. They don't see me, they take Rotom. I'm just gonna look for a game-winning play right here. I'm gonna pop my Unite move. I'm gonna Dynamic Punch onto the Absol. I punch 2 people with my Unite move, delete them instantly. This is where Machamp is just one of the best Pokemon in the game for all these scenarios. And now we try to go for the Serena. She also explodes, and now we can start hitting Zapdos. This is where Muscle Band comes in handy as well. We obviously want to start Zapdos here. The enemy still have a Hooper, so they can still come back. Sadly, our Cinder Ace is currently defending Rotom, when he should be doing Zapdos with us. So I'm just trying to burst down Zapdos as fast as I can right here, kill the enemy Machamp, and try to get for lasted with close combat. And we get it barely. Blissey actually gets it, I think, with a basic attack. So our Cinder Ace again, just doing things on her own, but we're able to get it. Gonna start scoring here 100 points. Of course, game is not always over yet if team feeds or something, but we can just still make punch him. Auto attack, boosted auto attack, close combat. Gonna keep auto attacking the Venusaur. He also dies. We have a Blissey healing us. And waiting for my next dynamic punch. Kind of predicting where he wants to go. Gets stunned, close combat, and we finish him off as well. So pretty good Machamp game in the end. I decided to just win the game there with a dynamic. That's the dynamic punch eject button. It's just so strong of a combo. That's why you can't consider anything else. I mean, you can consider an X attack, but then you have much less range. And it might be just harder, like much harder for you to reach someone. Yeah, that was the end of the game. We managed to deal 77,000 damage. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I would appreciate it if you liked the video. Subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!